All right, everyone, as we are continuing to move forward here throughout the rest of our show, on today's activity, we've got Will.i.am and Honeywell making waves this week with the production of their Xupermask. Now, this mask is made of silicone with athletic mesh fabric on the sides and comes with 3 dual-speed fans, a Honeywell HEPA filtration system, noise-canceling headphones, LED lights, a rechargeable battery, and Bluetooth capability. It allows wearers to play music, take phone calls, and even prevents that annoying foggy glasses situation. You may have experienced that. I know I have. Well, joining us now, we've got Grammy-winning artist and tech innovator Will.i.am. Plus, we've got the Chief Commercial Officer of Honeywell's personal protective equipment business, Will Lang. Great to have you both here with us today, and thanks so much for taking the time. Let's start things off with you, Will.i.am. Tell us about the process here, and when did you come up with this concept?
The process was March 12th. I was in London, and I was supposed to return back home, and I was really afraid of getting on the airplane. So I called my hardware division that I fund to come up with a mask that had filtration, air circulation with fans, noise cancellation, microphone, and earphones, and design it in a way that feels the way it's supposed to feel for this era. And from there, Mark Benioff from Salesforce saw me wearing it when we were performing on the MTV Music Awards.
Wow.
And he connected me with Darius from Honeywell. And then Honeywell's team took apart the product, validated the tech, and then took the product to a totally different level when Honeywell, put in their the filters and completed the thought.
Certainly. And so just to follow up on that, this is the most wearable technology version of a mask that I've seen. Playing music, taking phone calls, how comparable is the connectivity, the sound quality to the earbuds and the wearables that many traditionally purchase separately of their masks?
Yeah, it's comparable and very competitive to your AirPods as far as the noise cancellation goes. The microphone is, you could be on a bicycle, and because I bike to work every day and make phone calls, and the beautiful thing about the way it's designed is you don't hear any wind. And compared to Bluetooth headphones that we have now on a bike, your mic is fried. But on the Xupermask, it's not.
Understood. Will Lang, with vaccinations being rolled out and a hopeful end to the pandemic near, what is the forecasted demand from Honeywell for face masks more broadly, even when life gets more back to normal?
Yeah, no, I appreciate the question. I mean, for us, I don't think we'll ever go back to the old normal. The new normal is that there are needs for masks, and specifically Xupermask, great launch. We sold out, I think, in 9 minutes. We've seen significant demand for all of our products across our portfolio of N95s and surgical masks, and we expect that to continue into the future as people are more conscious of their health and conscious of how they're protecting themselves and others.
And so just to follow up, while we're on that thought, what do production timelines look like?
Production timelines specifically for this product or other products? Specifically for this product, we're trying to ramp up as quickly as possible to get as much out as soon as possible, because that's what's going to be most important to help everybody in the world.
Certainly. And so as we were talking about a moment ago, Will.i.am, what are you most looking forward to even after the pandemic is over?
So after the pandemic is over, that's the thing that we have to do a better job of educating people on, what the future is like. Every year there's a flu shot, and because the flu keeps mutating every year. And there will be a COVID shot, most likely, because it will mutate. There's variants that are, I'm not an expert on viruses and things like that, but just by listening and learning from what the experts are saying, and then remembering what SARS was like in Japan and Asia, I'm optimistic about us getting to some version of normality, and by going out in public, but also know that we're probably going to be needed to wear a mask when we travel on airplanes, and I travel a lot. But then, as far as aspiration and inspiration, I'm really excited about what this partnership with Honeywell means to the kids that I support in the inner city that I come from. I teach kids robotics, computer science, and trying to inspire and mentor these inner city kids that, because I was one of those kids, but to take a path down technology. There's not that many, Black entrepreneurs in tech and or brown entrepreneurs in tech, and I want to really inspire our kids to aim down this path. And this collaboration with Honeywell is signs of, these dreams are not, fool's dreams. These dreams of applying yourself and investing your time and learning these skill sets that are going to define and design tomorrow's jobs and industries are really important. So, yeah, I'm really proud of the team that made the Xupermask. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Lee, for your leadership. Thank you, Suresh, over at Honeywell. This guy, the world needs to know Suresh. This guy and his team is freaking awesome.
This is amazing to hear about, and I want to break this down in a few different ways too, because it's the team that you've been able to work with over at Honeywell, and from your side, Will, over in North Carolina. I'm trying to distinguish both here today, but Will, over in North Carolina, we've got to know, when you kind of put the team together and you have these discussions, where does because these solutions are really kind of technology and art coming together at the same time, the research and then the artistry of design as well. And so with all of that in mind, where does Honeywell continue to make sure that even in the future, we're being more forward thinking about solutions like this, and perhaps, not even waiting till this long to come to the market with something that could be so beneficial to so many people?
At its core, Honeywell is a technology company. And we believe in supporting innovation that drives the needs of our customers and communities wherever the ideas originate. So in this case, we were blown away, obviously, with what Will and Jose created, and we knew we could help. And I think your point about this being a convergence product that is what we think is something that's really special, that's going to create a new market. And we're bringing together art, fashion, and science, and we're converging them in one place to move from I'm willing to wear a mask because I'm told I need to wear a mask to I want to wear a mask. And that's what we think we have here with Xupermask.
Certainly. Will.i.am, I would be remiss if I didn't ask at least one question about whether or not you look forward to getting back to the stages, back to the studios with all of the other creators as well.
Oh, yeah. So music is like a second breath. It's like I don't have to think about when I compare creating in music versus creating with my Xupermask team. The Xupermask team is creativity, like hyper mode, super mode creating, and music is now recreational, fun, and hobby like. And my Black Eyed Peas team, I can't wait to go on tour, and we all wear our Xupermask when we're in the airplane, and I feel a little bit more safer, and have peace of mind when I'm traveling. But when the world opens back up, I think it's going to be equivalent to the Roaring 20s as far as music, culture, and celebration goes.
Well, we've already seen some inklings of just that with the number of new investors, either in the equity markets or in the crypto space or in NFTs, which I guess you can kind of lump into the crypto space given the underlying technology and blockchain. We've seen a lot of other artists and musicians also gravitate towards that. Is that something that you've got your eye on, given the number of other bands and producers that have said, you know what, blockchain as an underlying technology and the NFTs as a way to really engage with that next generation of fans could be a viable opportunity? How do you approach that entire wave that we're seeing right now?
Yeah, so I had a call yesterday with my team on NFTs, and I think we're going to, I don't want to say too much, but the next Black Eyed Peas project will probably most likely be NFTable. Yeah, we're going to dabble and try to innovate in that space.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to hear more about that. And just lastly, before we wrap in, we have to recognize one of the great rappers of our time in DMX, and so much outpouring from the music community right now. I just wonder, what's going through your head as so many are really making sure that he is remembered as the innovator and the legend that he was within the music space.
Yeah, my heart's broken. I've met him once, but when I met him once, I felt like I've known him my whole childhood, because his music was impactful and exciting, energetic, passionate. So we're gonna miss him, and thank you so much for all of the art and edge, creativity, fearlessness, passion. Yeah. He'll be missed for his music.
It's certainly a tough day for the entire music world, and we appreciate both of you joining us here today to discuss the Xupermask. And I can't wait to get my hand. I see it's around your neck right now, so I can't wait to get my hands on one and test it out as well in the future. So great to have you both here with us today, and appreciate the time. Will.i.am, Grammy Award-winning artist and tech innovator Will Lang, who is the Chief Commercial Officer of Honeywell's personal protective equipment business. Thanks again.